rewatch match. We'll see Diamante, who has been stealing the Fujiwara armbar, enticing, drawing in the attention of the champion DEONNA. PURRAZZO contend for DEONNA's title. Let's take a look how we got there.
And that's it! History is made! The winner of this match and the inaugural Ring of Honor Women's Pure Wrestling Champion.
I still have work to do. It's time to start creating my legacy.
We are going to continue to mold Ring of Honor into a better future together. Where is my pure title?
Because I am a fighting champion by design.
Diamante stepping up as the additional muscle for the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion.
If you wanted my attention, you've got it. I'm going to break your arm so you can never put anyone else in the Fujiwara again.
I am the purest woman you will ever be in that ring with. There's not a hold, there's not an escape, there is not a damn rope break that's gonna keep me from that Pure Rules title.
And in Ring of Honor, excellence is required. But becoming fluent in PURRAZZO, well, that's inevitable.
Women's Pure Championship hangs in the balance in Salisbury, Maryland. This one has heated up and shots have been fired.
This match is set for one fall with a 60-minute time limit, and it is for the Ring of Honor Women's Pure Wrestling Championship. Entering the ring is the challenger, wrestling out of Miami, Florida, DIAMANTE.
Fans, if you have been watching, week to week on Honor Club, you know this rivalry caprice has dated back nearly 2 months. It all started when Diamante began using the Fujiwara armbar. DEONNA PURRAZZO had aligned herself with Maya World and Hyon, contending with Athena. It was then Diamante started firing off those shots in the form of the Fujiwara. Defeated Rachel Ellering last month on Honor Club in particular, which drew the ire of this woman.
Her opponent, wrestling out of Hackettstown, New Jersey. She is the Ring of Honor Women's Pure Wrestling Champion, the Virtuosa DEONNA PURRAZZO.
15-0 in Pure Rules bouts. The only woman who is over 10 wins in the Pure division with an undefeated record, Caprice.
Absolutely, and that's why she is champion. DEONNA PURRAZZO has taken the Pure Rules and almost, I would say, mastered them. But one thing that's impressed me about Diamante is Diamante, formerly known as a brawler, a high flyer type, she has adapted her whole offense to become a pure wrestler, and a very impressive one. And what's most impressive is she's using that Fujiwara armbar to win the matches.
Referee Bryce Remsburg, our official for this bout. Diamante, who has been extensively training, she's told us she's focused on endurance for this bout.
Well, endurance is definitely a big thing in the pure division that showed in the Woods and McGinnis match. It can definitely show up here again tonight.
DEONNA PURRAZZO, of course, won that championship by defeating Billy Starks in the tournament final to crown the inaugural Women's Pure Champion back at Final Battle, 15-0. Uses 2 finishing moves. She likes that Fujiwara, which is that one-arm armbar. But if she gets the second, it's called the Venus de Milo. And look at this right away. And this is a little unusual, Caprice. DEONNA fighting with a little Jersey fire.
Well, that shows us this is a grudge match. You said it, Riccaboni. This pure match is a pure match, but it's a pure grudge match. These women hate each other.
If you've been following along, watching on Honor Club Weekly, like I know a lot of fans are, especially we're trending worldwide on multiple social media platforms right now. Look at this. Around the world, Hurricane Rana. And it'll go right for the Fujiwara, but right out of it, Diamante.
Well, here's the thing, man. When you have a move that you are both using, you not only know how to use that move, but you also should know how to get out of it. Didn't mean to miss that count right there. It's very important.
And both women back to their feet. Deonna Purrazzo, of course, the first woman to ever hold 2 unique championships in the Ring of Honor Women's Division. She was the second ever ROH Women's World Champion. The power bomb there into the Fujiwara.
Got it locked that time.
Whoa! Diamante. And look at Deonna getting the body ahead, but we take it to Bobby here.
That's rope break number 1 used by Diamante.
So that power bomb that Deonna Purrazzo used, forcing her knees to land first, it forces Diamante to land head first, shoulder first. That was intentional right there to set up for the arm. Everything that, oh my goodness, that Deonna does is a setup for a finishing right here, working on the legs. It's the challenger.
And driving that knee back in. Diamante, separation created, but it's Diamante staying on the Casadora, the wheelbarrow in! To that stunner there. That shoulder into the jaw, into the neck. And Diamante staying on, and this is the fire that we expected to see out of both women.
You know what's impressive is that we've been talking about the Fujiwara armbar, but now Diamante is going for the leg. Maybe Diamante threw all of us off.
Well, I will say this. I joined our friends Mauro Ronaldo, Don Callis on the call at Maple Leaf Pro. And in Deonna's bout against Giselle Shaw targeted that knee. It was a successful defense, Caprice, for Deonna Purrazzo. But I think there might still be some lingering damage to Deonna's knee. Giselle got quite a few submissions and really put emphasis on that knee of Deonna Purrazzo.
Maybe Diamante saw that match and saw the effect that it had and is using that to gain the advantage. And sometimes a lot of wrestlers, they'll hurt one body part to expose the other. But Diamante's putting in a lot of work on that leg and now focusing on the ankle of Diamante. And even if it isn't the finish that she's looking for, it sets a lot of damage up and it slows the champion down.
Going back to the ankle here.
Hot torque right there.
Wrenching it in, had that butcher's grip, able to really pull the, oh my goodness, what does Diamante have here?
Oh, steel cable right there, those ropes. And Diamante has the champion limping.
And I will say this, Diamante, her strikes have been harder.
As soon as you said it.
She has better balance. You can tell this match means so much. Not only, of course, the championship, but think about the pressure you put on your ego when you get into a feud with someone like this, when the stakes are this high, Caprice.
Diamante has been trying to vie for championships and protecting the Ring of Honor World Champion for a long time. It's about time she gets her own championship title reign or title run, and the pure title seems to be what she wants, and she's affected her whole arsenal to fit into this pure division and been doing it well. She's had over 5 wins in the pure division.
Creates the separation, charging in. It's Deonna Purrazzo caught, back down, looking for the ankle again, gets it in. Already in the ropes here. Wait a minute.
That is rope break number 1 used by Deonna Purrazzo.
Smart.
Now Caprice.
That's smart.
Purrazzo has been so thoroughly dominant in her past 3 matches. She didn't use a single rope break, and now within 4 minutes, Deonna gets a rope break there.
Diamante knew what she was doing. She had her trapped in the corner to where she has to instinctively go there. 2. Right here, Diamante in control, the champion.
Well, firmly within the mind of Deonna. Deonna looked very phased after that rope break. Maybe got it in her own head. A little frustrated with herself after that.
Well, I think if I could say this, and I'm not either one of them in the ring, I think Deonna may have been planning to defend the arm. And Diamante is going for the leg and has thrown the champion off.
You're absolutely right, Caprice. And both forearms connect. It is taking great restraint from both athletes to not land those close fists, because remember, 3 rope breaks, then you can be pinned, submitted on underneath between the ropes. You still only get 2 close fists. Oh, wait a minute.
As soon as you said it.
Diamante has been issued a warning for the use of a close fist strike to the face.
Get one. As she said, you get one. You get one.
And we have seen athletes take advantage of that one free close fist. Oh, and that is Italian for something that I cannot say even on Honor Club.
Right.
But Purrazzo
it definitely has Diamante in control when you get one. You've seen some wrestlers use it intentional as a move. So right here, Diamante using it out of frustration.
And this is an interesting move, because if Diamante feasibly can lock in a submission. Whoa.
That leg is trapped in the other ankles as well.
Oh, and Bryce Remsburg.
The only way out of this is for Diamante
to disconnect Deonna, which she does. Oh, goodness, here.
There we go. Okay, there we go.
But that is a fall Caprice to what's the equivalent of what, a 2-inch athletic mat here on concrete?
But here's the thing, man. Diamante caused DEONNA Purrazzo to land twice. She hit the corner apron and she hit the mat. She hit the corner of the apron and then hit the mat flat. And right here, Diamante showing that she would take this count out. You get a 20 count. If he gets to 20, the title's changed.
The title changes hands on a count out in the pure rules. That is the one rule that we did not mention during the non-title pure dream match earlier tonight. And if I'm Diamante, I'm content with winning the title on a count out. But it opens up an opportunity. DEONNA might have caught her breath there, Caprice.
Yeah, it forces a reset, and it's a 20 count. DEONNA Purrazzo came in at the 10 count, but you get 20.
And look at this, going back to the knee, back to the ankle.
Yeah, this is a focused game plan. A focused game plan by Diamante, and it's working. And the champion, she can't even act like she's not affected. And Diamante walking around knowing that her game plan is working. It's a great feeling when you plan out something to misdirect. This misdirection that Diamante has. She had DEONNA Purrazzo check it to defend an arm bar and working on her leg. This is smart wrestling, man.
It is, and it's also, not for nothing, Bryce Remsburg, in my opinion, you know, a top 3 official of all time. And it's making Bryce really question what is or is not a rope break. Oh, and DEONNA rallying here, going back to that arm, hobbled here.
Yeah, now she's working on the arm. As you can see right here, hobbling, giving all she's got. Nice Russian leg sweep, staying with the arm, going for that arm bar.
Going back for it. That Fujiwara locked in, but the roll-up 1, 2. Smart counter there. Wow. Pump kick rattles the challenger.
DEONNA was too high on that arm bar. Diamante able to roll through. DEONNA threw that kick, but that's everything she took, man.
As both champion and challenger trying to answer the standing count here. Pure championship hangs in the balance. Packed house here in Salisbury for Supercard of Honor. Ian Riccaboni, Caprice Coleman calling this great action.
You know, we talk about high-risk maneuvers a lot, and a lot of times we're thinking about people jumping off the ropes. But when your legs has taken as much damage as DEONNA Purrazzo's, when she uses her legs, that's still a high risk.
It certainly is. And the step over here, look at a grapevine, maybe make that knee go left to right. Yeah, going for a figure 4 here, inside out. And you see the struggle here. DEONNA had a counter, but then instead of the figure 4, very smartly, we've seen Diamante use this on Honor Club, Caprice.
Absolutely. Has it locked in dead center, and champion has a choice. Go take a rope break if she has 2 left, or try to fight out of it. Able to get out, that's smart.
Oh! And that running.
Diamante's not let DEONNA breathe.
To the bridge.
This is one of the greatest matches I've seen Diamante in. This is a smart game plan that's working, and she's smothering the champion, staying on there and staying in control.
And the challenger has the champion really now going back to the arm. And Caprice, is this a smart move? Had the knee and the ankle going, now going to the arm?
Well, she has the knee hurt enough. That's that arm bar. She's got it locked in. She's got it locked in. And now we need to see if the champion can defend this arm bar.
DEONNA slipping the hips out, though. DEONNA has that right hip under. Diamante, I don't know if she could feel it or tell. Roll up, but Diamante able to roll out, roll over. Oh, and there's one.
DEONNA Purrazzo has been issued a warning for the closed fist strike to the face.
Both athletes got to be real careful here.
DEONNA said, I know. Did you see what was happening to me? I had to do it. Out of the way.
And tempers flaring here. Looking for this dangerous DDT. Covered. 2. Hooked the inside leg there, but held on to the arm. Held on to the arm, and Diamante. Oh, the elbows now.
This is personal, man. This is personal. This is adding this aggression inside is what DEONNA is doing, and Diamante's trying to find her feet, finding her fitting to see where she's at in the ropes. She's trying to find the ropes, yeah.
Ooh. That is rope break number 2 used by Diamante.
And DEONNA She's got to know that she's had some great fortune. She's had some great game plans that have led her to 3 rope breaks on athletes. Diamante has only used 2 even after that.
This is dangerous. DEONNA feels like she has control. That pile driver definitely would have put it there.
Yeah, looking for that Koch-style pile driver. It's Diamante. Ooh, forearms here. And
right back to the leg, man. That's something that Diamante can always go back to, is that leg.
And that open hand, possibly on the eardrum.
See how slow DEONNA is now? She slowed her down.
Hobbled. Normally that great explosive closing speed. You're right, Caprice. And forearms staggering the challenger. Challenger holding on to the mare, though, of the champion. It's Diamante, who's used that as a finishing move. It's Diamante. Back to Fujiwara.
Now we're dead center. This is the fight right here. Dead center Fujiwara, spread it out nice and able to reverse it. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Diamante has studied that.
Oh! Whoa! Snap, Koch-style power driver. Cleans the challenger cover. 2. And, ooh, it's Diamante able to break out.
She was able to break out because her shoulders were free. DEONNA Purrazzo covering in frustration, wanting to make a statement win.
Yeah, and that's where the grudge match element of this comes in, Caprice, because normally DEONNA would have grabbed the hold of the wrists,
hold the shoulders down.
She wanted to add extra insult to injury there if she was going to get this victory. These 2 athletes have been at each other's throats, their necks, their arms, the greater part of the last 8 weeks. What is this?
Maybe a little too personal now. Now, I believe Diamante may be getting into the head of DEONNA Purrazzo.
Diamante, the open hand. Purrazzo adjusts the jaw. Oh. Whoa! Wow! DEONNA now looking for a second pile driver. Whoa! Power bomb. The quick snap. DEONNA with one arm locked, and another Venus de Milo. Venus de Milo locked in. Diamante in trouble.
Diamante's close to the ropes, though. Has to know it.
Oh, but that's it.
The winner of this match by submission, and still Ring of Honor Women's Pure Wrestling Champion, DEONNA Purrazzo.
What a win for DEONNA Purrazzo. Now 16-0 in the Pure Rules. The inaugural Pure Rules champion. The first, the only avenging a very personal rivalry from this determined athlete from Hackettstown, DEONNA Purrazzo. Victorious here tonight. And it was a great effort from Diamante. I mean,
tremendous.
Diamante, this is not an insult. Out of her element only because the woman she was facing has the most Pure Rules matches of any athlete in Ring of Honor.
But put a great game plan together. The game plan was working, just not able to capitalize because the champion, the grudge that she has, she was able to turn in the right direction for the win, even using a punch in her favor, submitting Diamante in the ropes. It's a great fight.